Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, Earthlings, fellow beings on planet Earth. We meet again, and today's video is all about gossip. Unfounded, unproven gossip, but it's not gossip about a particular person who's identified. It's gossip about these anonymous little terrorists that we call the Sugars on X. Now, it's all been the buzz of the last couple of days about this on X. And for those of you who are not on X, I thought I would fill you in as things stand that I'm up to at the moment, because things over there, they move so fast. I am quite exhausted. I've been up on our boat roof yesterday and today doing all the fiberglassing, and I ran out of resin. I've got one last square metre to do, and then I've got a bit more finishing off to do tomorrow. And then I might show you what I've been up to, and it's a big job. So anyway, there was, I don't know, right? You can make your own mind up about this. A sugar account. Now, I would say that this particular one is like one of the generals. For example, Sarah Data, who a lot of you have heard me talk about and other YouTubers talk about before, has about 16,000 followers on Twitter. X, formerly known as Twitter. And Sarah Data has been particularly vicious towards various YouTubers, Wally being one of her victims. There's another one called Pagan Trelawney, which had about 33,000 followers, so much larger than Sarah Data. And if I may say so, the tweets that I saw Pagan Trelawney do were absolutely despicable, vicious, and inexcusable. Now, I don't know if this person has deliberately deleted their own Twitter account or just hidden it, and then they're going to come back in a day or two and go, surprise, I'm not really gone. But this person, Pagan Trelawney, deleted their Twitter account, their X account, formerly known as Twitter, a couple of days ago. They left some posts. I'm sure you've listened to this on other YouTube channels, but I found out a little bit of gossip today, and I don't know how many people on X have heard this one. But, so this vicious troll put up like a speech, you know, I did it my way and all that, and I'll see you later, thanks for all the fish, and then deleted their account. Now, loads of Sugars were crying and crying over it, like, oh my God, my life is over, I love you so much, Pagan. Where's Pagan gone? Well, the gossip on X that I've heard, only from a couple of people, is that the person behind that troll account is a celebrity. I'm not going to name which celebrity. I'm not even going to tell you what gender. You'll have to go over and do some armchair detective work on X. But some of the Sugars, I've seen some posts where they have been saying, news is going to break in a few days, and no matter how bad it gets, call to all squaddies, do not react, go mute. There are also other troll sugar accounts that have been deleting themselves in the last few days. It's all really rather intriguing. Now, perhaps they're just doing it, and then, like I say, they'll come back and go, nah, I'm only joking, we're back, just did that to wind you up. I don't know. And I don't know for sure who is behind this, but I have heard two celebrities' names, and they are very, go away fly, they are very, very well known. And if it is the case, which is the impression I'm getting on X, that journalists have been digging and looking into who's behind these accounts, quite often what they do, if they discover a celebrity is behind it, they will contact them for their right to reply and say, we're running a story in a few days. And this person has deleted their account. I mean, I don't understand deleting things anyway, because people take screenshots. If you said it, you said it, you know, live by it, excuse it, or apologise for it, or whatever. You know, if you've said some shit, you've said some shit. Or you say, well, I said that at that time because that's what I thought. But it does seem a bit panic-stricken, doesn't it, to delete an account. And it said something like, I'm so amazed, I've been on X or Twitter for 5 years and I've survived the last 5 years. How long have Harry and Meghan been married? It's about 5 years, isn't it? I think. Now, I'm not suggesting for a minute it's Harry or Meghan. Those are not the names I've heard. Those are not the names I've heard. They're two pretty, very, very well-known household faces. And I mean, it may all come to nothing and there may be no story at all. Or maybe there will be. It's interesting though, isn't it? I thought you guys would like a bit of gossip and you can discuss amongst yourselves who you think it could be. Don't be too obvious though, because it might not be. It could be someone else. And Sarah Data's very sort of, oh, we need to move on, march on forward, forget Pagan Trelawney, that's in the past. Perhaps a bit of a falling out. Some people are suggesting it could be somebody who used to work for a very famous somebody who's gotten fed up. I have no idea. Absolutely no idea. But let's go into Fiona's hypothetical and imaginary world, because I have no idea if a journalist is going to run a story or not. But let's say they are. They found out that it's this famous person and they run a story. If that were to be the case, I think it's probably going to be the biggest story of the year. Never mind that Epstein list. No one's going to give a shit if this really does come out. Because it's really going to be a case of, like loads of times I've said to you guys, if you don't want to be thought a twat, don't do twatty things when you think nobody's looking. And this account is as twatty as it gets. Pagan Trelawney. Horrible, horrible account. And I've even had other little sugars going, mind your business, none of your business where a pagan's gone. It's an open public forum. It's everybody's business. And if it turns out to be who I think it is, we'll be talking a lot more about these things. So, that's my gossip for the day. I cannot really be any more specific than that. But you can always come over to X. I'm Avid Gardener and the number 8. You could come follow me, and there are a couple of people who follow me who post a lot, and they seem to be a lot more in the know. Or you could follow, for example, Queen Gertie. That would be my best bet. Go and have a look at Queen Gertie on X. And there are some interesting things on there. Very, very interesting. I'm not encouraging any of you to get into the swamp of troll land, but actually, I mean, on the whole, it just gets so boring. Oh, you're fat, you're ugly, you're unemployed, you're on social security, nobody likes you, blah, blah, you know, yeah. That's all you get over there. They're not actually pulling real guns and knives on Twitter. Do you know what I mean? They're pretty toothless, pathetic creatures. And they really must have no life at all. They're there tweet all day long. You know, I'll pop on it for about 20 minutes a day and have a look and see what everybody's up to. And that's how I found out all about this. And of course, you won't read about this in the mainstream. Well, maybe you will read about it in the mainstream media. I'm going to enjoy the moment while it lasts. It could all just be a load of huff and bluff and Pagan Trelawney will return. Or there could be some panic going on in the sugar camp. I'd love to hear your thoughts and opinions. Thank you very much for listening. I'll see you tomorrow.